Twitter stock rebounds slightly Friday after being punished by Wall Street Thursday when investors fled the stock. You can see the drop-off on the right side of that chart. The sell-off occurred after it became clear a sale of the tech giant might not attract as many suitors as had been expected. So where does that leave Twitter now? Patrick Moorhead is president and principal analyst at More Insights and Strategy, and he joins us now to explain. Hi, Patrick. Thanks for being with us.
Tanya, thanks for having me on.
So, Patrick, there were some big names rumored to be in the running, and they've sort of left Twitter at the dance. Is that right?
Well, it's funny. Negotiations are an interesting thing, and in a way, I think this is really just part of a negotiation. Nothing sends a message bigger than just saying, I'm not coming to the table. And that's really what the position I think Google is in right now. More than any of the other suitors, Google needs a successful social media platform like Twitter. I mean, they failed at it 3 to 4 times, and they should just stop messing around and buy Twitter.
So you don't believe that Google is totally out of the picture here? You think this is just a strategy move?
Having watched 100, 200 deals of the last 25 years like this, it looks to me like a negotiation ploy, a very good one, as we're talking about it right now.
Right. Now, what about Disney? You think that Disney has definitely left the room?
Well, I think Disney was a stretch to begin with, but as they say in M&A, no deal is bad. It's just potentially the price here. And with Disney, Disney back in .com 1.0 had a failed approach at a portal called Go that competed with Yahoo. And really, if Disney got in this, they would be really trying to move from an entertainment company to an entertainment platform.
Right.
And I think they know that it's a lot of work, so the price has to be right.
So it doesn't make as much sense for Disney, but what do Google shareholders think about this? Do you know? Do you have any sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think Google shareholders right now would like Google to focus in on where the market's going as opposed to where it is. And it's not that social media is dying, but social media stocks were hot 2 years ago. And I think what Google shareholders really want is, let's have Google work on less things. Let's have less science projects and less diversions. And I actually think they're pretty happy with Sundar's new direction on moving from mobility to AI. And if they have to skip social media along the way, they seem like they're fine with it.
Right. All right. So we do know that one company that says it's still interested anyway is Salesforce. Its shareholders have been cool to the idea of any kind of merger with Twitter. So do you think there could be a deal here, a deal to be made?
So I think there could, and we have to recognize that Salesforce lost out to Microsoft with LinkedIn. That would have been the deal that would have made, I think, complete sense to shareholders. But they just lost out. So second prize could be Twitter. And I think investors think that it could be the right platform, but it's the wrong data. With LinkedIn, you get worker data. With Twitter, you get consumer data. And yeah, most consumers are workers and all workers are consumers, but I think investors see what I see, which is it's just the wrong data.
Right. All right. Now, you, of course, follow Twitter very closely. Where does all of this leave CEO Jack Dorsey? He's had a year to invigorate the company since returning. Do you think patience for his leadership is running out?
I think it is running out. And the unfortunate thing is that Twitter is such an iconic brand. Like many people, spend way too much time on it. And you can't do anything politically or with entertainment or even in sports without seeing Twitter. But I think investors' patience is running out, particularly as they see the window potentially closing on valuation for a property like Twitter. And if you see the big investments going into artificial intelligence and things like that, and Snapchat literally sucking the oxygen out of the non-Facebook social media space, they're getting edgy. They're getting antsy.
Right, absolutely. Well, do you think there could be another party that might swoop in and see an opportunity here?
Whew. It's hard. I don't see one, but again, it all depends on how desperate Twitter is.
Right.
I think Twitter is best finding the right deal for Google. The strategic lineup is there. Google does need Twitter, even though I don't think that the shareholders necessarily buy into that.
Right.
To me, it's crystal clear. But at any price, some company looks good to some suitor here.
Right. Well, I'm sure Twitter would love that if Google came back into the game. All right, Patrick Moorhead, thank you so much for that.